In this episode of Travelogue, we journey to the colorful world of the Miao ethnic minority in Guizhou. Heads up, ladies, as we're gonna catch Sisters Festival, a celebration of spring and of love. Get ready to be dazzled by their costumes, rainbow-colored rice, and glittering jewelry, and experience living high in wooden houses standing on stilts, a place where everything is in perfect balance with Mother Nature.
Variety of its landscape and diversity of its people. Welcome to Travelogue's Ethnic Minority Special. And you know, if you hear the banging of the drums and the clanking of the silver, you might know that we are in southeastern Guizhou to look at the Miao people. And you think of these people and you think about their colors, the bright uniforms and the silver, the multicolored rice they eat, and the green mountains that they live in. I'm Yen, and come with me as we explore these people.
There's an old saying, the birds nest in trees, the fish swim in waters, the Miao live on mountains. And indeed, resting on the mysterious mountain slopes of Guizhou are the villages of the Miao, one of the most numerous minority ethnic groups in China. Today, we're off to the Guizhou Miao and Dong Autonomous Prefecture, a center of authentic Miao culture. Here, the wealth of color will surprise you. Dazzling costumes, rainbow-colored rice, and glittering jewelry. No doubt there are stories to be told about the vivacious hues used by the Miao. The local Miao peoples build their villages beside rivers on the mountains. In Leishan County, the communities are compact. The world's largest Miao village comprises 1,000 households. However, most villages are much smaller. Often, a village is a tight-knit community made up of 20 or 30 families belonging to the same clan. People in these parts are mostly farmers or fishermen. They're quite self-sufficient, from growing their own food to building their own homes. Miao houses are wooden and high above ground, standing on stilts to accommodate the hilly terrain. Everything is in balance with nature.
From stone steps to the wooden houses and the blue sky, the Miao people worship nature, and almost everything they believe has a special spirit. And so, surrounded by this environment, you can only imagine what type of lives these people lead.
The Miao do not have a written language, but they do have a distinct spoken dialect. Many of their traditions and much of their history have been passed down orally through songs and dances and in their embroidery. The songs deal with such themes as ghosts and gods, everyday life, love and loss, and the worship of their ancestors. The time to sing is during special ceremonies, weddings, births, deaths, and so on. The Miao people are clever at using things they find around them to enrich their lives. The bamboo that is found here is shaped into a traditional wind instrument called the lu sheng. and played by the Miao to celebrate a harvest or in worshiping their ancestors. A key part of the instrument is the metal piece that controls the vibrations of different tones. Now, it may seem straightforward enough, but it takes an experienced craftsman to master the shaping of the metal piece.
怎么控制就不一样的那个声音呢？
低级的它就长就厚，高级的它就薄就短。你看，你听上声音。低八度，这个是高八度。
So you see, the different plates have different notes and different sounds. So let me give you my mic, and then you can get a better listen. 您再给我弹一下。
你听。
So that's the deep one.
你看，这是高八度。
And that's the thin and the short one. 我能试试吗？
可以的。你看，你试吧。
Okay. So this is the finished product with all the different wooden sticks and the different pieces inside. So I think you blow here and you cover any one of the holes. Or you can press two at the same time. Not very musical.
In this episode of Travelogue, we journey to the colorful world of the Miao ethnic minority in Guizhou. Heads up, ladies, as we're gonna catch Sisters Festival, a celebration of spring and of love. Get ready to be dazzled by their costumes, rainbow-colored rice, and glittering jewelry, and experience living high in wooden houses standing on stilts, a place where everything is in perfect balance with Mother Nature.
Next, we're on our way south to Biasha, a place that is unique among Miao population centers for how little it has been affected by the modern way of life. Here, we are welcomed by the sound of the lusheng. Biasha is hidden away in a forest, and the village is filled with towering trees and waterside houses. The Biasha Miao have an unusual claim to fame. They are China's last tribe of gunmen. Their ancestors were frontline troops who charged through forests and fought the bears there, all to guard the land where they lived. Still today, they preserve their musketeer heritage. In fact, the Biasha are China's last tribe that can legally carry real guns. These tough-looking guys are priming their weapons. Typically, the women are not allowed to fire the guns. But they make an exception for me today. Don't be scared, folks.
1, 2, 3. Oh! That basically was my first experience. And you know when it was a kids, don't play with guns.
These guys with their guns may be intimidating, but they're nothing compared with this other guy and his blade.
This can be a... Wow, it's pretty fast here and sharp, but I don't know how I feel about shaving my head with this. 这还是还给你吧。
Here, the tradition of shaving the head is still going strong. blade caresses the scalp and patches of hair fall to the ground. This shave is done without any shaving cream or even a rinse. Most of the hair is cut off, and all that's left is a clump in the middle that's twisted into a bun. The bun is a symbol of masculinity and power, and boys get their first haircuts as a rite of passage. It's a haircut that's existed for thousands of years. Biasha in the Miao language means place where trees flourish. Still today, people here observe rituals for worshiping the holy spirits, such as trees and even a direction. The belief here is that the ancestors of the Biasha Miao traveled to this land from the east during a time of warfare. So they're worshiping the home of their ancestors in the east. The ceremonies involve climbing a mountain, facing east, and burning incense before trees. The Miao believe the buns on their heads represent the trees, which to them are holy. A tree is planted whenever a baby is born. Often it will be cut down to make the coffin when that person eventually dies. Trees are so holy, no one dares to cut a single branch.
Let the bullfight begin. May the best bull win. Ding!
The bull plays an important part in Miao culture. As a recreational activity, they mimic bullfights. The tree trunks represent charging bulls, which fight each other. It's nothing like a Spanish bullfight in which man is pitted against beast. Instead, it's bull against bull. And now we're off to Taijiang for something called the Sisters Festival, an annual celebration of spring and love. The Sisters Festival is to the Miao what Valentine's Day is elsewhere. Girls dress up in their finest, including all their shining silver jewelry. Then they reenact the courting customs that have been observed by the Miao since ancient times. The girls hurry off to the tops of mountains where they collect wildflowers and berries. This vegetation is used to